If you've ever achieved something and still felt like a fraud, you're not alone. That feeling, imposter syndrome, is what we're looking at today, what it is and what causes it. Hello, my name is Shuvra Deb and I work as a confidence and resilience coach, speaker and intuitive healer. At its core, imposter syndrome is when we judge ourselves harshly. Now, that might be judging ourselves harshly against an internal standard that we have set for ourselves, or it could be more of a comparison thing where we compare ourselves to others, to our friends, our co-workers, relatives, characters on social media, you name it. Back in my days of legal practice, I compared myself to others a lot. I would look at my peers and my co-workers and I would think that wouldn't life be so much easier for me, and I would be so much more capable if I had had their education, their background, or whatever training that they had had. I truly spent a lot of time and energy thinking that it was real, that if I'd had those different external circumstances, then somehow I would be more confident and capable. What I hadn't realized is that those feelings were not coming from the outside, from the external. They were coming from inside me. They were from my self-perception. It was a vicious cycle. The more I compared myself to others, the more isolated I became and the more distanced I felt and the more of an imposter I felt. And it wasn't until later, more recently, when I started coaching and studying psychology, that I realized what was happening and that this thing called imposter syndrome is actually really a thing. And it was then that I was actually able to do something about it. So with all of this, what you can do today is think of something. Think of something that activates you to feel like you're a fraud and that you're out of place, that you don't belong. Is it a situation? Is it a certain type of comment? Is it a certain type of person or environment? Now think about that without getting caught up in the story and without putting a judgment on it against yourself or generally. Just think of the situation. Identifying your triggers, your activations is the first key step, because without awareness, you're not going to be able to make a shift. Imposter syndrome can come from a feeling of not belonging, a sense of like feeling that you're out of place somehow. So the next question to ask yourself is this: if I woke up tomorrow and felt that I belonged, what would that look like? If I woke up tomorrow and felt that I belong, what would that look like? It may be a shift or a change or a sense of empowerment in how you show up for presentations, meetings, conversations. It may be how you respond to something that currently activates you. You may respond differently. For example, the next time someone says something that makes you feel less than, that triggers you somehow, rather than feeling emotional about it, than having an emotional response, you may be able to step back and see their statement for what it actually is, which is a reflection of themselves, nothing to do with you. And then ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today that is more aligned with that empowered version of me? What is one thing I can do today that is more with the empowered version of me? Your answers to these questions will guide small but meaningful changes which, built up over time, will have a significant and meaningful impact. It's not about pretending to be confident or about ignoring things. It's about identifying what triggers you, what makes you experience imposter syndrome, becoming aware of those things, and then taking small positive steps to reframe and move away from those responses that are emotional. It's about consciously and mindfully choosing a different response and not reacting. It's not about ignoring your emotions, but it's about seeing imposter syndrome for what it really is, and it's not the real you. The more you do this, the more this different way of thinking and responding to things will become a habit. So give it a go, see what happens. I hope you're enjoying this content. If you are, please take a look at the notes below where you'll find a free self-confidence guide as well as a link to my course that's self-paced. I also do one-on-one sessions, so if you'd like to see me in person if you live in London or via Zoom if you are elsewhere in the world, then please use the links in the notes below to get in touch. I would love to meet you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.